Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Kevin Campbell says Martin Odegaard's work rate deserves more credit. Kevin Campbell has told the Highbury squad that Martin Odegaard does not get anything like the credit he deserves for how hard he works for Arsenal, insisting that the Gunners do not win the ball back anywhere near as often without the captain's pressing. Arsenal remain the pace setters in the Premier League, and a number of their players are rightfully receiving a raft of plaudits after an amazing start to the campaign. One member of the side who has come in for some kind of criticism has been Odegaard. He has been overshadowed by some of his teammates this season, admittedly. Odegaard has only scored once in any competition since the end of August. That is obviously not good enough for a player of the 23-year-old's ability. However, Campbell has insisted that Odegaard does not deserve to come in for criticism. He explained how the youngster is doing a lot of good things which have gone under the radar. Kevin went on to say, Odegaard's work rate, I'm telling you, many people dismiss it like it's nothing. He's got a serious good habit of working hard for the team, he told the Highbury squad, and sometimes you do not see the work he does because somebody else wins the ball, but if he doesn't press, we don't win the ball back. So much is expected of Odegaard given how long he has been playing at the highest level. He is probably viewed by many as a senior member of the side, and he is the captain of the team, but he's still only 23 years of age. It's remarkable what he has achieved, but he's still perfecting his own game, and with that, there are going to be times when he's less influential on the ball. As Campbell suggests, Odegaard does so much more for the team, and you would imagine that Mikel Arteta is more than happy with what he is getting from his captain. Perhaps it will be a situation which will be revisited should Arsenal's wins dry up, but the Gunners are flying, so can cope with the skipper perhaps not being at his very best. Arsenal are not the same team without Thomas Partey, says Kevin Campbell. Kevin Campbell has told the Highbury squad that Arsenal are not the same team without Thomas Partey in the side following his performance against Nottingham Forest on Sunday. The Gunners put their blip behind them in emphatic fashion at the Emirates. Reiss Nelson stole the show with a brace in the 5-0 victory. Meanwhile, Gabriel Martinelli and Martin Odegaard bookended the scoring. But there was another amazing strike from Partey. The Ghanaian scored an almost exact copy of his North London derby strike during the second half against Steve Cooper's men. It has been apparent for some time just how important Partey is to the balance of Arsenal's side. He provides that cover for the backline, but he also gives Granit Xhaka and Odegaard the freedom to make an impact further up the pitch. Arsenal have frightening depth in a number of areas, but Campbell is in no doubt that Partey is simply one player Mikel Arteta is not capable of replacing within the current ranks. Campbell went on to say, I have just got to say this, Thomas Partey by the way, he told the Highbury squad, let me tell you something, without this guy we are not the same team. You talk about control of a game and incision pass, he was a surgeon on Sunday, and to come up with that goal as well. Keeping Partey fit and available does look set to be pivotal to Arsenal's fortunes this season. Obviously, they remain the pace setters in the Premier League, and it's becoming impossible to argue with those who believe that they will now challenge for the title. But even the most optimistic Arsenal fan will surely still admit that they are going to need some luck along the way. Manchester City know what it takes to get across the line, and their squad has taken a step forward this season. Results like the one against Leeds last month will be looked back upon as a pivotal moments should they achieve something special, but avoiding key injuries at crucial points will also be imperative. Partey has previously had his issues, so it will make a massive difference for Arsenal if they have him available for the rest of the campaign. Ian Wright says 21-year-old Arsenal player Bukayo Saka was absolutely fuming on Sunday. Ian Wright has told the Kelly and Wrighty show that Arsenal winger Bukayo Saka was absolutely fuming on Sunday. The Gunners trashed Nottingham Forest 5-0 at the Emirates, but Saka was taken off just before half-time. The 21-year-old was on the receiving end of a strong tackle and was forced off with an ankle injury. The England international will have one eye on this month's World Cup, and Wright says Saka was not happy when he left the pitch. Ian went on to say, "It was sad to see because you look at Arsenal and people are saying that he should have been rested by now, but it was awkward fall that he had and he is opened his knee up," Wright told the Kelly and Wrighty show. "The signs are always when he is coming off, how angry they are, or how despondent they are. Saka came off with an anger. He looked really vexed about it. If Smith Rowe was fit, maybe he would have got more of a break or a rest. But we haven't got the depth and still haven't put teams away enough in the Europa League, where we still have him to play. It's so dangerous now, he is getting fouled a lot, so you always worry about him, but he is in good form, and that's what Arsenal need." Saka has been in a brilliant form for Arsenal in recent weeks, and it's no wonder that the winger looked frustrated after being forced off with the World Cup just around the corner, and the fact Saka seems to be hitting his peak, he would have been worried that could have suffered a massive setback, but the Sun reported yesterday that the Gunners are confident Saka hasn't sustained any serious damage and he could be available for this weekend clash with Chelsea. Arteta will be hoping the youngster's injury isn't too serious, but he will be encouraged by Reiss Nelson's display from the bench. The 22-year-old replaced Saka and went on to score a brace while picking up an assist. Ian Wright says Gabriel Jesus' run without a goal for Arsenal is a worry. Ian Wright has told the Kelly and Wrighty show that Gabriel Jesus' run without a goal for Arsenal is a little bit of a worry, admitting that he should have scored in their win over Nottingham Forest on Sunday. There is surely absolutely no question that Jesus has proved to be an unbelievable signing for Mikel Arteta's man. Of course, he arrived off the back of a campaign in which no Arsenal striker managed to score more than 5 goals in the Premier League. Jesus has already reached that same number this time around, and he has also provided 5 assists in the league. However, the Brazilian would be forgiven for being a little concerned about one aspect of his game. Jesus has now gone 7 games without a goal in all competitions. His last strike for the Gunners came in the North London derby win over Tottenham back at the start of October. He's still contributing. 2 of the goals in the 5-0 win over Nottingham Forest on Sunday were set up by Jesus. However, Wright admitted that Jesus will be starting to feel the pressure after waiting almost a month for his next goal. Wright went on to say, "When you look at Jesus and you look at the amount of work he is doing outside of the box, he has got the energy to get in there, but even on Sunday, he had 2 very good chances, which I think that a player of that caliber, he should have taken them because it was all in his hands, and he didn't," he told the Kelly and Wrighty show. So that's a little bit of a worry because people are constantly talking about, well, he is not a natural finisher. Started the season on fire, and then we are seeing a couple of misses now. Now everybody's starting to say, well, we told you so. But we are talking about somebody who does contribute a lot, will score goals, and as long as the team is scoring, what are you going to do? Even Jesus' biggest and harshest critics cannot seriously think that he has been a poor finisher this season. He has passed up some opportunities, but he is not someone who puts himself in position to finish chances and offers nothing more. The goals are going to come again at some stage. He is simply too good a player to not find form again soon. The frightening thing for Arsenal's rivals is that his drought has come at a time when the Gunners are continuing to fly. Arsenal offers a new contract to inform star William Saliba. Arsenal has offered a new contract to William Saliba after his stunning form in this campaign. The defender has been on their books since 2019, but he only started playing for them this season after spending much of his early Gunners' day away on loan. Having him on the team has been refreshing, and his performances are a reason the club is at the top of the league table. He has formed a solid defensive partnership with Gabriel Magalhaes, at the heart of the Arsenal defense this season, which has been key to helping Mikel Arteta's side stun every fan. His current deal expires in 2023 with the option of an additional year which the Gunners can trigger. The Athletic reports Arsenal has been happy with his performance and has offered him a contract extension. The club hopes he signs it, but his entourage could send back a counter offer if they do not like what Arsenal has offered. Keeping Saliba is one of the most important things we can do, and there is no other thing to do regarding his future at the club. If we lose the France international, our rebuild will suffer serious setbacks and other players will consider leaving because that will mean we are not serious about making progress. Barcelona want to bring in Mikel Arteta as boss following strong Arsenal start. Barcelona want to make Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta their next permanent manager, according to reports in Spain. Arteta became Arsenal head coach in 2019, and after guiding them to FA Cup glory, his title was changed to manager to reflect his broader remit at the club. The Spaniard has led the Gunners to a fantastic start to the 22-23 season, with Arsenal top of the Premier League after their opening 12 games. That has seen Arteta's reputation as a manager increase, with the former midfielder building an impressive team of young players who are playing an attractive style of attacking football. He has picked up the Premier League Manager of the Month award on 3 separate occasions. According to Spanish outlet Sport, Arteta is now attracting interest from Barcelona, who see him as a firm candidate and highly value the 40-year-old, but the La Liga club are not looking to replace current boss Xavi anytime soon, and instead have well marketed Arteta's name for the future. Arteta has strong links to the Catalan side, having spent 3 years in their famous youth system and then playing for the Barcelona C and Barcelona B sides. He also worked under former Barcelona boss Pep Guardiola at Manchester City as an assistant manager before his switch to North London. Barcelona are currently second in La Liga after their opening 12 games, 1 point behind leaders Real Madrid. They have failed to reach the knockout stages of the Champions League and have dropped into the Europa League. Boss Xavi has come under some pressure in recent weeks, with reports circulating that the club's hierarchy are concerned over his coaching staff. Arsenal is considering a January move for MLS star Facundo Torres. Arsenal is considering a January move for Orlando City star Facundo Torres. Mikel Arteta's men are flying high in the Premier League and have been doing so because of the form of their top players. Some of them have been involved into many matches because there is a lack of good alternatives for them. This could be a problem in the second half of the season, and the Gunners want to solve that by adding some new names to their group in the next transfer window. Several players are on their radar now, and Torres is the latest to be added to their shopping list ahead of the next transfer window. Standard Sports reports Arsenal scouted the 22-year-old in the last MLS season, and they could begin talks with his entourage over a summer move soon. He scored 9 goals and provided 8 assists in 33 MLS games in the 2022 season, and Arsenal believes he could add more to their squad if he moves to London. We need new players to improve our chances of ending the season well, and we might need to add them to our squad in the next transfer window. Many Arsenal fans will not know Torres, but if our scouts believe he is worth it, then we look forward to seeing him in our shirt. Arsenal is now the overwhelming favourite to sign Premier League star Yourin Tielemans. Yourin Tielemans is one of the most wanted players around Europe now, as he nears the end of his current deal at Leicester City. The midfielder has been on the radar of the Gunners for some time, and they are not alone. Clubs from England and other European countries consider him a top target, making it hard for Arsenal to sign him. However, a report in The Sun says Mikel Arteta's side has the best chance to add him to their squad. The Belgian is helping Leicester recover from their poor start to the season, but he could be in Arsenal's red by next season. He has a contract offer from the Foxes on the table, but he is more likely to seek a new challenge than to sign the dotted line. Tielemans would be one of the hottest free agents on the market by the end of the season, and we will be wise to add him to our squad. As a free agent, he will represent incredible value for us, and his experience will help develop some of our current youngsters. With him in the squad, we will have healthy competition for a place, which is one of the best situations to be in. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.